Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another quick update on the Wilsonville, Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 6 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, March 6th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through some info with you. So like I always do, start off with looking at the active listings. Last week, I showed that we had 13 new properties come on the market in Wilsonville. That's kind of between where it's been the prior couple weeks here at between 10 and 16. Ended the week at 14 homes on the market, which is down a couple from the prior week, but kind of right in there where it's been over the past 6 weeks. Median list price and days on market for the actives, you can kind of see that we had a high of 853,000 6 weeks ago, and that's fallen here over this last 6 weeks. Ended this last week at 687,000, which was up from 640 the week prior. And then days on market, we've been sitting between 3 and 4 days on the market. So things that have been coming on the market had not been on the market for very long in Wilsonville. And then moving on to the pending listings, you'll see last week we had 12 go into pending status. And then that's up from the prior week, but kind of right in between of kind of where it's been over the prior 6 weeks. Ended the week at 77 homes in pending status, which is up about 5 from the week prior. And, in general has been trending up over the past 6 weeks. Median price and days on market for the pendings, you'll see that it hasn't moved a whole lot. We, started at 670, got up to 685. So last week we fell back down 5,000 to 680. $680,000 was the median list price for the pendings. And the days on market's been coming down a bit. Started off at 11 days 6 weeks ago and has been kind of declining to this last week. We ended at 5 days on market. So things that have been getting into contract very quickly, within less than a week. And then lastly, we'll look at the sold listing activity. As of the time I put this together, I showed last week we had 9 properties go from pending to sold in Wilsonville. That's up from the prior few weeks and kind of ties a high over the 6 weeks here. And then looking at the prior 4 weeks of activity here, we ended the week at 29 properties in sold status. You can kind of see that's been, very steady week by week over the past month here. So not much changing in that regard. And then the median sold price, days on market for these solds, we had a high of 625,000, a low of 574. And this last week kind of in between there at 605, which was up about 25,000 from the week prior. And then again, the days on market, as well as the pendings here, it's things that have been, getting into contract and been selling very, very quickly. This last week at 4 days on average. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. Red bars is weeks of inventory, and not a lot of movement here. It's low, but about a week and a half got up to a little over 2 weeks, and this last week kind of fell back just a hair to under 2 weeks. So, we've just been sitting in a week and a half to a little over 2 weeks of inventory. So obviously, certainly very tight market remains in Wilsonville. Not enough homes on the market to satisfy buyer demand, and that's certainly reflected here in the sale price as a percent of the original list price as well. Here, well over the past month, we've seen prices on average be over the asking price. This last week, a little bit over 2% over the average list price is kind of where things have been selling. So, a little over 2% premium on the sale price. So obviously, very much a competitive seller's market environment remains in Wilsonville. So to get a better look at the update, you can always click the link or button below the video and it'll take you to my website if you'd like a closer look. And hope this update's been helpful to you. If so, always appreciate any likes, comments, and shares that you might have. So please let me know. And if I can ever answer any questions about what's happening in the general market or something in your particular situation, always happy to talk and see what I can do to help. So just give me a call or a message and we can do that. So thanks for watching and make it a great day.